Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome back to my channel. The Liverpool career mode has just ended. It's sad times basically for me personally, because it is my team and we have been doing the Liverpool career mode for the longest time. I've done the first career mode on any FIFA game so far, so it lasted up until December, and now it's time for a change. So in the last few videos we have been discussing in the comments down below which teams should be up for vote in this specific video that is uploaded right now. So assistant coaches, before we even get into the voting, let me explain to you a couple of things that you need to know for the upcoming career mode. So for the upcoming career mode, a lot of things will be changing. It will be a lot more entertaining, a lot more interesting, and you guys will be involved a lot more. So right here, let me tell you what you need to do in order to be involved into these next career modes that are coming up from this day on. So please, assistant coaches, make sure, most importantly, to follow me on Snapchat. Nowadays, every time I snap, I get around 1.4k people watching those snaps. So let's move that number up and make sure that you guys will be involved into the career mode videos. Yes, where you will be able to see your face. So lots of things will be changing. I'm not really revealing what will be happening, but I'm just letting you know it will be a lot more entertaining, and your guys' faces will be included into the videos in the future. So make sure you follow me on Snapchat. The name is Johnny Sports, just like my channel name. And then also make sure you follow me on Twitter to be able to make decisions in the polls that I will be posting on Twitter while I'm recording the videos, so that you can have an immediate impact onto my videos. Right now, I will present to you guys your options. So let's get it started with the first option that you guys can vote upon. It is OGC Nice, or better said in David Vujanic's way, have a nice. So this is the team that a lot of people are interested in right now because they are doing well in the French league, and they are buying players and playing players in a starting 11 that are really interesting for a lot of other clubs in the world as well. So you have Balotelli in there. Probably not that interesting for other clubs right now, but if he keeps on scoring like this, he will be. Then you have Playa on the right hand side, you have Seri, you have Coziello, who is an amazing talent, and that right back Pereira, he's insane. So a lot of good players in here, but the budget of this team is really low. So we would have to basically keep this team together and try to form a unit that is going up in stats altogether. So a lot of these talents will be growing on in their stats in the future, and it could be a team that can win the French league. Obviously, the downside to the French league is it is not that interesting because you have Paris Saint-Germain winning the title every single year, and you do not really have that many competitors to fight against apart from Paris Saint-Germain and maybe AS Monaco and Olympique Lyon. That's about it. The rest of the league, it's just not really that good. Just letting you guys know that in advance. So because of that, this career mode could not really last that long as the other career modes could last. So it could be like a 2-season career mode, not really a 3-season career mode, because I'm playing on legendary. I'm using the sliders to make my opponents better, but still I am quite confident that with this team I'll be able to beat any CPU, because I personally have played with this team a lot and I'm really feeling confident with this team. Especially players like Coziello have amazed me every single time I've used them. So this is the first option, assistant coaches. Keep in mind, this one won't be as long as the other ones. The second option is a controversial one, and let me start off by talking about the history of this club right here and why people love to hate on Leipzig. So Leipzig's team was not always RB Leipzig. They were bought by Red Bull and they changed their name to RB Leipzig, which is now Red Bull Leipzig, but officially it is Rasenballsport Leipzig, and people really hated them because they didn't really come up the ranks and earn their money through competitions like the Bundesliga, the second Bundesliga, or the Cup in Germany, or European competitions, anything like that. They didn't do it that way. An investor came in and he spent the money on the team to create a team that is able to compete with the likes of Bayern Munich and Dortmund in the future. But it's a big surprise this season. They are doing a lot better than anyone could have expected. Leipzig currently is in that first position and they are ahead of Bayern Munich, so people are really interested to see how good this team can actually do this season. It is a trending topic. People talk about it every single time they play, every single time they get 3 points. People talk about it on Twitter, and it's quite interesting for me personally as well. People are upset because they have spent a lot of money on players, but honestly, take a look at this team. The only 78 rated player in this team is Forsberg. Apart from that, the highest rated players are 77, 76, 75, 74. They didn't really buy players that are like 80 rated, I mean, on FIFA, but you know what I mean. They didn't really buy players that are amazing already. They are investing money into players where they see a bright future ahead of them, and it's just working. It's a really good unit. They are working together really well. They are attacking really well. Their defense is not really that good, but they are attacking really well, and people love to hate on this team, but I personally am really enjoying what they are doing, because let me tell you this, it's not really interesting. As a Bayern fan as well, it's not really interesting to win the league title easily every single year and not really caring about the Bundesliga title and only looking forward to the Champions League. So I really want other teams to come in and compete with the likes of Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, we had a couple of teams trying to get the title of Bayern Munich. Stuttgart won it once, Wolfsburg won it once in the last couple of 10 years, I don't know, something around that number. But it's really upsetting to not really have that competition in the league, and this season it seems like we finally have a new competitor who is able to beat the big teams, who is able to get the points from the smaller teams and keep on rolling. So I personally love the fact that this team is now in the Bundesliga and they are another competitor for the title, which makes the Bundesliga a lot more interesting, which brings in a lot more new viewers who are interested into the Bundesliga, which then just enlarges the market for the Bundesliga. So for me personally, I'm looking at the big picture. I personally have nothing against Leipzig. I personally would love to play with this team in the Bundesliga, and as you guys know, I would love to go back into the Bundesliga for the new career mode. So this is the second option. The third option is a classic. AC Milan. You assistant coaches can choose this team, and let me tell you straight away, the Serie A is different. I personally love this league because it is much more competitive than it is in real life. You have teams like Juventus, Inter, AC Milan, Napoli, you have Lazio, you have AS Roma. So 6 teams competing for the title, or at least competing for the top 4 spots. So I personally always loved to play in the Serie A, and with AC Milan you have some amazing talents as well that you can see growing throughout the seasons, like Niang, Suso, Locatelli, who is on the bench, who grew to an 87 rating on my Sprint to Glory, Donnarumma obviously in goal, the biggest Italian goalkeeping talent to replace Buffon in the future. So you have a couple of players in there that are really exciting, and then you have a striker in Bacca who can take shots from anywhere and score. I've used this guy offline against my friends when we were playing on kickoff, and he is just incredible. So this is a team that is definitely able to win the title in the first season. So that also means that this career mode couldn't really last as long as the others, maybe, because there's not really a team that has an average rating of like 75. This team definitely has an average rating of like 79 up to 80 maybe. So you assistant coaches will have to think about that when you make the decision of AC Milan. But I need to tell you one thing as well. It is not like the French league where you only have 2 competitors. You have a lot of competitors fighting for the title, and you have a lot of teams that you can definitely lose against. I mean, I'm not also disqualifying teams like Fiorentina taking points away from a team like AC Milan. So it could be a very interesting career mode in Italy. I personally love doing a career mode right there. So let me know, assistant coaches, are you guys interested in a career mode in Italy? Let me know. Poll is down below. Now, on to the fourth option. And that is Villarreal. You guys know I personally wanted to do a Villarreal career mode for the longest time ever. And I never really got around to do it except on Twitch. And I personally was really interested in this team because, first of all, we are in Spain. We are in the highest tier football in Spain, and that means we are playing against insane teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, those 3 teams every single season will be fighting for the title, and for us to get into the mix of that, we need to beat teams like Valencia and Sevilla and so on to get into the top 3 maybe. But one thing that really interests me about the Spanish league is you have teams like Barça, Real and Atletico where the average rating is just so high. So if you have a team filled with players who then in the end have like an average rating of 85, you still need to fight against Barça and Real Madrid to be able to beat them, because you know they have just as many good players as you have. So it could be a very competitive career mode, which could last up until 3 or 4 seasons, who knows. But Villarreal, for me personally, has always been a team that I really sympathize with, and you guys will have to decide. That is the 4th option, and yeah, vote down below now, assistant coaches. One thing I need to tell you though, I will pick 2 of the poll options that you guys choose in right down below, and the 2 best ones, I will put them into another video later on today to make sure that we get the decision right, because there could be people voting for Nice and then voting for Villarreal, and then we have Leipzig and AC Milan fighting against each other in the top 2. So maybe you guys want an AC Milan career mode, or maybe Nice, hold on, maybe people who want to choose Nice and Villarreal then decide to pick AC Milan, and then in the end it would have actually gone ahead of Leipzig. So because of that, I want to have a second poll with the top 2 teams that you assistant coaches want to see in the next career mode, and then we will have a final decision. So assistant coaches, really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are looking forward to the options. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat and Twitter for basically the interaction and being involved into the videos in the next career mode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Vote down below before you leave. Take care and peace.